Welcome to Paisa Live. Crypto is the new buzzword in all of the globe in what we call a difficult time for the geopolitics, where whether finance, where fiat currency has lost its recognition, where global trades, global geopolitical and reordering has shaped finance. So we are joined by the distinguished guest who is a cryptopreneur, a great enthusiast about crypto, who defined crypto in all good. Welcome, sir. We are joined by Mr. Sathvik Vishwanath, co-founder and CEO of Unicorn. We would like to introduce you, sir, and after that, sir, please first introduce, and then we go through the interview, sir.
Sure, Abdullah. So my name is Sathvik. So now I'm the CEO and co-founder of Unocoin. So Unocoin is India's first cryptocurrency trading platform and exchange. So we started in 2013, and this is already our 12th year. So we provide the trading services for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies only to Indians for now.
Sir, why you choose this side, this industry, even when a time that there are strict regulations around crypto in India, and the whole world is still being lagging behind in terms of regulation on the crypto. What makes you to go in this field?
So when we started Unocoin in 2013, there was actually no regulations in place. So whatever we were trying to create, which we were calling it as self-regulations, so it was all like the rules that we were just imposing on ourselves to abide with the present rules and law of the land as much as possible. So in the year 2012-13, so that is, I was actually working with another company. Where we were providing consulting services, and the way we make money is we were receiving the money through PayPal. So that is one of the payment gateways for US. So when we were receiving that money, then it charges about 3.8% as transaction fees and another 3% as conversion fees when they're converting the remaining money into Indian rupees. So like that, losing about 7% of the money on monthly basis was adding up, and that made me look at Bitcoin as an alternative. So after understanding it, I started feeling like maybe if this is a kind of service that we can provide to Indians, then a lot of people who are having the issues receiving the payment and undergoing a lot of cut because of the transaction fees and conversion fees may be able to save through this kind of mechanism. And I happened to also meet a few other enthusiasts at the same time, and that made me look at starting Unocoin as a platform for Indians to be able to buy and sell cryptocurrency. So at that time, yeah, whatever rules that we kind of were imposing on ourselves, which we called it as a self regulating rules, pretty much most of them even survive still now. But it's essentially the uh, rules about how we want to do the KYC to our customers, how we want to make the verification of their bank accounts, and how we want to mitigate the risks associated if when people are sending us money and when we are sending people their money, and I mean, also the Bitcoin cryptocurrencies and all such pretty much things. So at that time as well, not only in India, most of the other countries did not have proper regulations. Even now, per se, actually, not full regulations are available anywhere in the world. But year on year, we actually see some improvements, and because it's also an evolving space, we have to understand it is not like whatever it was in 2013 is not same today as an industry. So when the industry itself is evolving so rapidly, so a particular rules and regulations and making it the law will actually be a little challenging. So I think as the industry matures, we probably get more clarity, I think.
Okay, sir. So as we are approaching to the budget on the 1st of Feb, do you see or do you think that government should take initiatives to reduce tax or other initiatives to for crypto investors or crypto in market innovators like you who have done something in the last few years? So what your expectations from government on crypto?
So right now, crypto industry is one of the very few industries which have a separate taxation and have its own sections as compared to say many dozens of industries that we see in India. So, but for this, the taxation have been comparatively unfair if you see the other industries, and also we don't have the provisions of offsetting the losses or carrying on the losses to next year and such as well. So, which is extremely unfair for the industry. And when we got these rules and regulations in 2021, and which eventually got certified in 22 with 2022. So those were the really good years for crypto, and it was like a very booming market and all such, right? So, but however, out of every 4 years, we usually see 3 years as dull markets as compared to 1 year, which is booming markets. That's what has been the trend since already 12 years. So that actually, hurts the investors financially significantly,
Yeah.
given that they cannot even offset the losses or carry on the losses to next year and such. Then we have a fixed 30% taxation, and there is very small percentage of people actually falls under the 30% taxation. There is a lot of like very huge amount of middle class, especially given that now up to 12 lakhs and odd, there is no taxes at all for income tax, right? So when it comes to crypto, it will go from first single rupee of investment, and what about first rupee of returns. And then we also have TDS, which is at
Yes,
1%
1%.
every time. Yeah. That's extremely high, right? So if we if it is a trade like a real estate and such, which you probably may do once or twice a decade, that's definitely understandable. But when it comes to a liquid market like crypto, 1% is extremely high, and the capital keeps on getting locked away and such. So these definitely are extremely unfair. We have not seen such kind of TDS and taxation rules, uh, neither in other developing countries or developed countries. So I think it's the right, it should be the right approach for the government if they want to reconsider this, and maybe just make it like any other industry. We don't need a separate laws and regulation for this industry alone. If they need to provide the customer so protection and all such, so that could be a different thing altogether. But when it comes to income taxes, it is just an income. And since 3 4 years, we don't see that kind of huge say multiplier like returns. We have seen gold and silver and many other equities perform way better and way
1%.
riskier as well. Yeah, there are many other riskier assets as compared to crypto already. So it should be fair for them to treat it like anything else, I think.
So, do you think as an economy or as a country economy, we are regulating ourselves out of a market which can be a really big, especially crypto in the near future? Are we really missing out this option or this a time period?
See, India is one of the very, very highly regulated country when it comes to financial transactions. So it would still not be fine if you say that okay, because it is new, and if the other countries are allowing it, should exactly be same in India. I don't think that argument will be right. So because of the challenges and the nature of transactions that we have in India, it still needs its own rules and regulations, which is already in place. But if you start applying most of them for crypto as well, it'll still be fine, right? So but neither doing that nor creating the proper regulation nor having a proper opinion about whether it's more like a property or an asset or a commodity. So lack of clarity for very very long term is extremely risky, and we are kind of approaching that kind of source, right? So we started in 2013, so this is already our 12 13th year of operation, in fact. And a lot of clarity that we did not have then, we don't have it now as well. And if we cannot have it in 13 years, and when we have training and activities in place in the country and always being active, it's not the healthy sign, I think. So taxation correction is on one part, and whatever the missing clarity that exists, if those can be added as well, then it can just become like any other industry, and it can continue performing itself. Yeah.
Just you have mentioned that crypto has a good rally in the last few years after the Trump take over the US. What are your expectations for 2026 as a crypto global asset in the time when geopolitical tension arises, when world is seeing a new reordering, and especially there are talks that we could have a crypto-based currency backed by a in the new world.
See, there is a lot of good and positive news that we have seen in 2025. It could start from the ETFs to public company publicly trading it and raising money for through IPOs and private offering or public offering through which they have taken money and sometimes as a debt as well as a note. So where they have continued investing in crypto. So and there are now banks which have taken a stance that they want to support the trading of their customers to facilitate the trades of their customers in the crypto industry. They are tying up with various crypto exchanges as well and all such. So the view about the crypto definitely have shifted over a period of time, right? Especially in the last couple of years, and so I think it definitely it's happening for good, right? So uh, and every particular bull market that we say in the year like 2013 or 17 or 21, which is the past bull market. So there was always a different reason of why that particular bull market is happening, and now it's kind of widespread. It is no more like only the enthusiasts will invest in this, only the extremely high risk takers will invest in this. So it is now becoming a very normal thing for people. So whoever want to take part, they take part. If they don't, they don't. It's as simple as that. It is no more. It is not the complexities in it anymore. I think so. In that way, it kind of positioned itself very well. And this 2026 will be the year where we actually see those things playing out to figure out the new levels. It could be higher or lower or stable levels. But it is no more. See the speculative angle of it is reducing one step at a time, I think. So we will have to see how this works. But a big and like how everyone is expecting 2025 to be like a really good year for crypto, but we did not see that. We saw some part of it, but not all. But there is a very good chance that the rest of it could continue to 2026 as well.
Crypto has been marked as a new innovation in this industry. So there are new products that coming out in crypto world. What is XRP, the new payment token which has been recently used and which has been called as a new crypto darling. Please elaborate according to a new investor which are more keen to invest in crypto. So can you please take out that world where what is this and how to invest for a new investor?
See, XRP is a ticker for a cryptocurrency called Ripple. So that has existence since at least like 10 years or so. I think already it's not like super new, but the reason why this company exists is to facilitate money movement from any country to any country. So they have their own protocol through which they're already doing. Many of the banks already uses them as well, and they also have a token called Ripple. So there are some transactions which they're facilitating through Ripple, but else just using the protocol itself. So I don't have a very specific view about this particular cryptocurrency, but it is one of the good companies, long-standing companies, and trying to deliver whatever they have been promising. And there are times where so whether it was a financial instrument or not, whether it was a currency or not, so all such things, a lot of things have happened in the company's favor as far as the new rulings from different courts in US have been concerned, and that has given the company a very good boost, and also the XRP, which is their token, a good boost. So that we saw actually in the year in the last year where we saw XRP reaching up to $3 or something like that. So I will not have any specific views, but it is like many other cryptocurrencies. It is one of the top 10. So there are, apart from that, we have like Ether, and then we have Binance Coin as well, BNB, and then we have Ripple, and we have other stable coins which are facilitating these trades as well, and all such. But the network effect and the trustworthiness that Bitcoin has obtained so far, I don't think anyone else can really compete that easily. So for a new investor, one should actually look at Bitcoin as their first option of doing the investments, and once they get familiar and more informative, and then take the smaller bets in other cryptocurrencies like XRP.
Founder of a Unocoin, which was instrumental in challenging RBI's banking regulations. Also, in a time when the Madras High Court has pronounced a remarkable judgment regarding the legal validity of crypto as a asset. So, how do you see that legal battle could change the shape of crypto in India, and could force Indian government to draft a rule for crypto to be regulated as any other asset? Do you think there are the new changes that could force by the legal authorities or by the way that you are seeing in the next few years?
See, the Madras High Court pronouncing that to be a property, I think it is a one of the very small step, right? So we need maybe hundreds of such kind of incidents for the government to really consider or reconsider how they want to see something as a commodity or a currency or an asset or a property, and then figure out like the next steps. I think, but it is good that at least there is some reference now that one of the high courts, prominent high courts in India have taken this particular view. And this also brings in some customer confidence that, okay, it is not like if someone gets cheated, then there is no legal course at all. So, the moment you say it's a property, then yes, the complaint can be filed and it can be fought through. Then there is chances of recovery and all such things. So, whatever will happen for the normal assets and properties, some of them will apply for this as well. So, it's a like maybe a silver lining kind of thing, or a ray of light in the right direction. We will obviously need way much of them for India to have a very accurate and proper view, progressive to go to the next stages. I think. Yeah.
Okay, sir. We have been witnessing new geopolitical reorder or geopolitical tensions in the last 2.5 years. So, do you think which are the factor that will target or this will focus on the price of the crypto in the next few years, or this US Venezuela or the Iran Israel conflict could force Bitcoin to rally more, or it just a part of rally? Another factor could proportionate return on this crypto. So that's a, let's say that we have seen in the gold and silver when geopolitical tensions arises, their prices also rise. So these are the similar factor to crypto, or the US also the national rates, federal rate reserve rates also mentioning the factor that it's always for the US investor to invest in a crypto market when rates are down. So what are the factors regarding this?
I don't think the crypto market or the Bitcoin market alone is such a small that for every little thing it will react. It used to react initially, say till 2017 or so, when the total market capitalization was about like 1 by 50th or 1 by 100th of what it is right now. So given the size of it, it kind of can absorb these kinds of shocks and continue moving on, I guess. But however, in the long run, so these kinds of uncertainty times definitely provides a boost for commodities which are kind of timeless, right? So, for example, gold and silver. So when people have money and they don't know where to invest because everything is kind of dicey, they try to go for the gold and silver investments. So in a similar way, many have considered the Bitcoin as well, and now that it has some kind of prominence in India, and part of the regulations exist, it comes and the exchanges and some traders already have FIU registrations and all, like how the banks do, and then the advertising guidelines are in place. We have a separate section in income tax. So all of those things kind of give some confidence, if not nothing at all, and are taking the bet within India as well. But if these kinds of political tensions, geopolitical tensions continue to improve, I see that keeping everything constant, the crypto prices should go up as well. But that is not the reason why we want it to go up. We want the prices to go up because of its utility and the adaptability that people are looking at into this particular market as the currency of the internet, right? So it's kind of global thing. In India, we have different views, but yeah, globally. So yeah, that is how I would see this as. Um, I would not say geopolitical concerns do not have any price effect at all, but the price effect will be comparatively smaller for whatever we have seen now.
As we've seen in the last few years, the silver and gold rally has picked up very speedily. There are factors that contributing to this, especially the Ukraine-Russia war. When the US frees the assets of Russia, dollar-based asset, and then the whole world now is shifting to gold, silver-backed assets. So, do you think in a world where regulations are more controlled by a few players, crypto could be a more domestically or could be a more democratically be asset which cannot be controlled or regulated by a few powers, and for the global south this could be a very much a great asset for them to utilize in the time when there are sanctions, when there are trade regulations. So they think for a playing field, regular playing field or common playing field for all other country. So could be a crypto will be a new player or new I would say a new stadium or new pitch to for this for all countries to have a good fight.
Yeah, so when it comes to a currency in general, right? So it comes and it should have some basic properties. That should not be just frozen away. It should not be controlled. It should not be issued by one authority. So why these things exist is because no one should try to take advantage of it. And then for every transaction, half of the transaction is some currency transaction, rest is either a product or service, right? So the transaction through that's happening as a part of currency is supposed to give the proper backing of whatever the other product and service is being traded. So in that way, I think Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies provide the properties that is not even available in lot of other currencies and commodities. So we should not be comparing Bitcoin to just gold or silver because those are more like a commodities as compared to crypto or like Bitcoin, which is actually the main use that why we even like have Bitcoin is because to use it as a currency on the internet, right? So because of the other properties, we are actually seeing it being used as a property or an asset or a commodity and also as a currency, and we actually see it in multi as an investment opportunity, ETFs. I mean, we have created a lot of financial instruments out of it and have a different understanding, but the main reason for it to exist is actually simple: do the payment on the internet from anywhere to anywhere in the world, like how you send an email. You should be able to do it for crypto as well. It's it's as simple as that. So in that way, if you see whatever sanctions that different countries are getting and whatever different issues that's happening, those are supposed to not affect the way people does the payment and accept the payment or the currency itself, I think. So in that way, it is supposed to be immune. And right now, the Bitcoin is providing is like the very strong contender of like how this can be handled, I think. Yeah.
Okay, sir. My last question is also linked to like countries like Bhutan or Iran, which are more focusing on level playing field, and now they are producing more crypto than any other assets. So this will change the hegemony of like say US or the Russia and the whole world, or like countries like El Salvador, which was the first country to regularize the legal tender to crypto. So this type of things, would you say that on a country basis rather than investor basis? There should be a more regulated world for the crypto now if these countries or this global south third developed countries, I would say, if they are more forward in accepting that as a legal tender or giving recognition to this asset. This be a future for crypto?
That is the best thing that can happen for crypto to be used as a legal tender in various countries whichever are considering it. But I don't see that happening in any kind of vast, bigger the countries which have a bigger economy, right? So the India, US, anything like that. So we have seen few other countries who have tried experimenting this. So maybe the industry is not there yet. They want to give it a try, kind of thing. But I think over a period of time, if crypto continues to be successful in like how it has been, there will be more and more countries which follow this particular path, right? So there are different issues why the weaker currencies are failing today in the global market, and the inflation and the kind of printing that they are required to be done to create new money is like so humongous that the balances are kind of not maintained. There is no proper balancing, I mean to say, right? So,
Okay, okay, sir.
so that actually puts various countries and their own currencies at risk, and these other geopolitical issues adds up to it as well, right? So I think if more and more countries are looking at it as an legal tender, then they're more encouraging it like a currency. The main reason why Bitcoin or cryptocurrency even exists, and it should, if it goes in that direction, we probably are getting there, and that I think will be not very soon. There may be some countries which try to do it right now. So people have to. There are more and more people have to adopt it, use it, understand it, own it. So you cannot just say something as currency and then people don't even know how to use it. It's like basically risky thing in that way, I think.
Okay, sir.
So yeah, some countries are experimenting. It's good for us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your insightful knowledge for the crypto world. Sir. There is a long way to go for crypto to be a much more asset like gold or silver, or there are times that this asset will force other investor to consider it, and the countries also should consider it making a regular asset for this. For all the viewers, you have elaborated this hard topic for them, especially retail investors, which are more hindrance in when it coming to equity market, when it come to like crypto in the last few years. But thank you, sir, for explaining this all assets, and thank you for joining with us, especially before budget, to give a rightful insight to all the viewers. Thank you. I wish you are also having a grateful time with us, elaborating what crypto world is not look like. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.